I don't know if there's anyone on just yet. Just want to introduce myself. My name is Jasmin Vazquez. I'm the Assistant Director of Heroic Food. So I am going to play around with this just a bit while everyone joins because I'm not too computer friendly. I don't know what I'm doing. It doesn't matter how young I am. Okay, let's see here. Hopefully you can all see the screen. Okay. All right, wonderful. Let's see. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Let's see, 3:30. Okay. Start very shortly. Give everyone 1 minute. Okay, I have a couple participants here. Welcome. All right. So what I am doing, I'm making sure that this is recorded so that we can go back and visit some of the nuggets that I'll leave here with you. Okay. And I will send it out. I'll put it on our YouTube and I will make sure to email it to everybody. So I'll give everyone 1 more minute. I'm bundled up. I usually don't wear this in the house, but it is pretty cold. And I think everyone can agree. Okay, let's see. I'm going to share my screen. I shall start. Okay. So hi, everyone. Welcome to our second workshop. I do want to preface this by saying that, unfortunately, our culinary lead that was supposed to help panel today, unfortunately has no internet connectivity. So Alicia forwarded me some information I find very valuable, and I'll make sure to plug you guys into that. But I personally do not know the process of fermentation. I do know that gut health and mental health are linked. And I think what I wanted to do is just introduce that idea and go into what we're doing this week and what we're doing in terms of Farm Squad. And I hope that you do decide to join us tomorrow and Saturday because we have excellent workshops planned. So what I wanted to do is just start at the very beginning, just share about who we are, maybe show you a little bit here about what where you can find more information about us and really start to connect with our message. And then I wanted to show you a little bit, very, very little, about what was sent to me by Alicia, because I think it's excellent information, and I want you to see a little taste of the conversation on gut health and mental health, and for you to explore these links further on your own time. So very quickly, my name is Jasmin. I don't know if you've seen any of my videos. I really don't like to be on camera. I prefer not to be, but I do it because Heroic Foods message needs to get out there. Our mission is to improve the health and wellness of our nation's veterans by getting them plugged into agriculture. So whether it's horticulture, whether it's your own garden, whether it's homesteading, or food entrepreneurship. I think that this year taught everyone that we need to diversify and strengthen our local food systems. And there's farming. I don't know if anyone here is a farmer. I hope you are. I don't know if you have connections with your local farmers, but it is not for everyone. And it's just insane that we don't have more organizations that provide this need, because we all need to eat. So I want that from now on, anytime you eat a meal, you think about Heroic Food and you think about your local farmers and you make an attempt to have a connection with them and support them, because they're heroes. And that's why we want to connect veterans and farmers, because veterans have all of the skill sets and the personal determination and character and grit to get the job done, because they are very mission based and mission oriented. So we need more people like that plugged into the food system. So I wish that this was more interactive, because I'd love to hear stories about what you've gone through with COVID and how, like, we all know that there are certain issues brought up with COVID, of course, the financial issue and the whole stimulus, people needing help, people being on regional food lines for at food banks. That's unacceptable. And I think that this year, for me personally, Heroic Food took a step back because we're all about in-person workshops, but we decided to rise to the challenge and bring the mission digital, because we're not in the same world anymore. This is a completely different paradigm that we're living in. And we've kind of gotten here. We've been unable to make sure that there is fresh food on everyone's plate for a number of reasons, but we can't continue like that. You know, the things that help to disenfranchise our local food systems, whether they're social, political, economic, we have to address those things because this post-COVID world is going to depend on more farmers. So if you want to touch base on me with me about that a little bit more, please do so. I would love conversations about that. You could do it on Facebook. We can engage with our program manager on Instagram, um, or email, call, but we should be having these conversations and I would love to facilitate that. Um, so now that you know a little bit about heroic food, what I wanted to do is just show you like a couple of different ways of getting in touch with us. I'm hoping that you can see this. So we do have our videos. When you see the hashtags here, the heroic stories, what that is our branding around a certain type of production that we're making. And what we're really trying to do is tell the stories of local farmer veterans, specifically veterans who are either beginner farmers or established farmers. But they have incredible stories to tell, and we should be listening. So I really do feel like it's Rural Food's job to be that bridge and be that messenger. So check it out. Excellent, excellent stories, wonderful people, and it's just really inspiring and community building at a time when we need community more than ever. So, of course, give us your feedback. Always, we're reachable. Ryan's reachable. Our board is reachable. So let's start engaging more with the stories of farmer veterans and with this new post-COVID generation. What kind of regional food system are we going to build? I'm trying to bridge now to the fact that we are not going to get into a full discussion on gut health and mental health because I can't facilitate that. I think it would be doing you a great disservice for me to pretend that I can lead that conversation. But what I will do is kind of just present why I think this is a message that we need to get out there, a connection that we need to get out there. Because personally, I know that my mental health is off when my gut health is off. And I think we all know that on some level. You have to be aware and say that there is a connection between the food that you eat and how you feel about yourself and how you perceive your challenges, how you perceive life, and all of this is all encompassing. And so I think that we need to start adding to the conversation of like holistic health, um, and really focus on the day-to-day choices we make and how we care about ourselves and nurture our body. Because there is a lot that stresses us out that we can't control. And I think that's directly specific to COVID. That's what I want to focus on, the fact that COVID has challenged our mental health. I don't care who you are. I don't care how put together you think you have it. You'd have to be really disconnected um, to be okay with this amount of people suffering or this amount of paradigm shifting in such a short amount of time. So I really wanted us to do gut health and microbiomes and mental health, because I think that we need to have more conversations about self-care. And I think you'd agree. So what I do want to do very quickly is just show you a couple links. I'm not going to get into it, but there is mounting evidence that suggests that microorganisms in your microbiome of your stomach influence your gut health. And there are a lot of different ways that companies try to sell you a fix. Be real careful with that, because you want to know what you're putting in your body. Okay, so you want to know, really want to take care of yourself in natural ways if possible. Of course, medicine, absolutely. I'm not saying that the medical industry doesn't have value. I'm saying that I think that we as a society have to push for more increased self-awareness, so that when you go to the medical route, it's because that's the conclusion that has been come to and that's the best thing for you. So short of that, this article published by Harvard Health will talk about your brain on food and how to be honest, I did not get to read this completely, but it does go into serotonin, and it goes into the uh, chemical, the chemical side of nutrient absorption, and then how that affects your brain's ability to coordinate and to function and to be positive, especially in the face of external challenge. I think the article that I really loved was this, because it just went straight to it, and I just found it really easy to read and easy to access. So one thing I want to point out that I thought was excellent was that they're here mentioning that not all fermented foods are created equal. And so as you're getting into some of this stuff yourself, hopefully, uh, you take it upon yourself to just give it a 15-minute read, the materials that I'll attach to the Google Calendar invite that I sent everyone. Explore it, but definitely pay attention to this section, I'd say, because we have so little knowledge of the fermentation process because of our like disconnection from our local food processors, that like only it's only now that people are starting to do this on their own, that people want to start making their own hot sauce, like my fiance Ryan. People want to start um, producing value added products from their garden that they can use on their own, and build a pantry that could increase their self sustainability or their self sufficiency. So as you're doing that, just do realize that live cultures are a key part. They're everything with fermented foods. So if you're looking for a real connection and real value with your mental health, and really feeling the difference by incorporating more fermented foods into your day-to-day activity, then I'd say let's see here, live culture is found not only in yogurt and yogurt like drink called kefir. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. um, but life cultures are also present in kimchi, sauerkraut, and some pickles. But do realize that when you go into a supermarket, you have to look for the words naturally fermented, because fermenting with vinegar, it kind of excludes the live bacteria part, which is the whole medical and holistic part of the fermentation process. So naturally fermented is the way to go. And if you do want to check out this process, please go to our Heroic Food YouTube, because I know for a fact that Alicia, in our first session, we did seasonal veggie preservation, if I'm not mistaken. And she did tomatoes, and we did a fantastic job getting into that. It was a lot of fun. But she did ferment mushrooms. And so she went into a discussion about the process. Of course, she showed you as she was doing it herself on the farm at Harlem Valley Homestead. And then she was talking a little bit about excellent little tasty soups you can make from the brine, from the natural fermentation process of the mushrooms. So I really do apologize for her not being able to provide that same value and quality and fun, because it was really empowering. And I was really, really happy with the way our first workshop virtually um, was able to provide that information to the masses. But we do have Mother Nature to contend with. And I know that all the farmers on this call will agree that Mother Nature will do what she wants to do, and your plans will have to adjust. So in true farming fashion, we are always adapting and always pivoting. So I wanted to just give you as much information as I could. I wanted you to get a little background as to why Heroic Food is deciding to talk about self-care a little more. We're deciding to talk about self-sustainability, homesteading, gardening, just because we realize that the process of becoming a farmer isn't just you read a book and then all of a sudden you're on a farm. And so what our organization does is facilitate a process. And I don't want to overwhelm you with that right now, because the whole point of today was supposed to be about um, gut health and mental health and fermentation. But one day I will have a whole video just to explain to everyone the process that that will lead a veteran to becoming a farmer, if he or she chooses to do that. But at the very least, through the process of learning and being active in agriculture, you're absolutely going to improve your health and wellness. That much I can promise you 200%. So again, I apologize for today, but keep posted. Tomorrow, we do have another session. It's going to be fantastic. I would not miss it. It's from 3:30 to maybe 4:30, 4:45 with a great Q&A with one of the most knowledgeable veterans I know. His name is Brett Hodgkins. He is owner and operator of Indoor Organic Gardens of Poughkeepsie. So he does urban farming. And his microgreens, whether it's, and he'll go into it, I'm not going to rob him of that pleasure. He's very passionate about it. But the connection between the stage that you grow your food and when you harvest it and everything in between, and there's a lot of in betweens there, uh, affects the nutrient absorption, which will affect your mental health and your self-care. So all of it's very connected, and we're going to make sure that we keep the connections alive with the themes and the topics that we talk about. So do not miss tomorrow. I especially veterans, please do sign on, because there's going to be opportunities for mentorship from this farmer veteran and for employment, because he's always looking for more veterans to plug into agriculture, and specifically the healthy side and the financial side of building a microgreen operation on your own. You have more access to this food that increases your health, and then you have a fatter wallet. So there's really no reason to miss tomorrow unless you absolutely have to. But I promise you it's going to be worth it. And I want you all to have a great day. Contact me. My name is Jasmin again, and my email is my first name, Jasmin, at heroicfood.org. JASMIN. I have to clarify that sometimes because the E is always in there. So there's no E. And so I'll get your email and we can continue to touch base on a one-on-one level. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow and you'll get to be more familiar with what Heroic Food does and why we do it and how we do it. So thanks so much. Stay safe, stay warm, and keep posted to that calendar, because I will plug each and every one of these resources in, as well as a couple fermentation recipes that Alicia provided. So stay posted, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.